first student athlete who we will induct tonight is Julie Lozier. Julie is without a doubt one of the greatest female athletes that's ever played at Triton High School. A 1987 graduate of Triton High School, Julie was an 11-time varsity letter winner and earned MVP honors 7 times, 2 times in volleyball, 3 times in basketball, and 2 times in track. She was also named the Female Athlete of the Year 3 times. Julie's best sport was basketball. She was named to the 1987 All-State team and scored a career total of 1,421 points at Triton. Former Triton girls basketball coach Bob Burris had this to say about Julie. I coached Julie for 2 years. She had a lot going for her already and didn't really need my coaching. She was a tall girl, and I built everything around her. She had some teammates that complimented her well, so our plan worked. Julie always worked hard. In fact, it was because of her that I decided to coach the girls' team. I had always coached on the boys' side and was a little unsure about coaching girls, but I really enjoyed it and especially enjoyed coaching Julie. She is deserving of this honor. Because of her great success, Julie was offered a basketball scholarship to play at Ball State University. Julie competed 2 years at the collegiate level before unfortunately receiving a career-ending injury. While at Ball State, Julie was twice named the MAC Player of the Week. She currently ranks 7th all-time in career block shots and 6th all-time in single-season block shots with 31. She led the team in rebounds and also in field goal percentage in 1988 and 1989. Julie received a Bachelor of Science degree in secondary education from Ball State University in 1991. Accepting the award tonight is Julie Lozier herself. Congratulations, Julie. At this time, I officially induct Julie Lozier into the Triton Athletic Hall of Fame.
Okay, first of all, I'm probably not going to have as good a memory as Mark does, but he also doesn't have to think back near as far as I do either. So I'll lay that out there to begin with. So extremely grateful to be here, to be inducted into the Triton High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Extremely honored to be a part of the group of 7 for 2013. So first of all, thank you to the selection committee. I saw some of you were sitting over here. So very gracious to think that I'm a part of such a distinguished group. I can't ever say I thought enough of myself to think that I would be where I am today, so thank you. And I suppose we have to look at the pictures too. So. And Mason, this is a fabulous event. I don't know where you got off to, but there you are. Great idea, not just for a small school, but anywhere. The turnout is overwhelming, so nice job, very nice. Okay, glad, don't look at me, look up there, that's good. So, okay, where to start? Probably start with my family as to, I'm sure there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears from lots of people than just me that got me here today. So I'll start with my folks, my mom, my dad. Brad, he was off in college, so he missed most of the games, but he certainly got a phone call after every one, just letting him know how I did, won or lost, all the details. So I don't know if mom and dad missed a game or not. Always there. I don't ever remember them not being there. Definitely family, friends of family were my biggest supporters. I'll start with my dad. Just thing that sticks out in my mind the most, I'm going to keep it brief. I won't be up here near as long as Mark. Plus, I think Denver's in overtime with the Ravens, so everybody here is probably a sports fan, so I'll try to keep it short. But my dad installed a great work ethic, which I won't forget. Still have it today. Another thing I remember is he was our chauffeur pretty much, taking me and some of my friends are here today home after practices and so on and so forth. So those are the quick things I remember, again, going back. I think it's been 25 years, so bear with me. Mom, what I remember about Mom is she was always crafty, but always made tournament time special. I don't know if you still do it today, but our parents used to go to school and decorate lockers and streamers in the hallways, and she always decorated my room at home, all over the house, in the bathroom. I had a special pillowcase, all sorts of fun things. Just made it memorable, made it fun. That's probably the two biggest things I remember from my parents. So, other people to thank. I don't know if Lori's name's been brought up yet or not, but Lori Feldman was 3 years ahead of me in school, and she, in my mind, kind of paved the way for the female athlete. She also was a three-sport athlete, great role model, just setting the standard high. Everybody, I think all of us that played, our goal was to be at that level of competition. Everybody wanted to be as good as she was. I know her mom and her sister are here somewhere because I spoke to them earlier. So it's nice they can be here and be a part of this. But she by far was probably the biggest influence on me. Again, 3 years older, so always encouraging, motivating, trying to get us young ones underneath her to be a part of the bigger picture. There were a couple years I think we were good enough that if we would have had class basketball, we actually might have been able to do something. So I have mixed feelings. I think it's great for the small schools, but in the big picture, I think the best is the best. So I don't know. Anyway, moving on. If I got to play in it, I might have a different opinion. I don't know. So anyway, Lori's probably the biggest thing that stands out to me. Another person, and I don't think she's here, Christy Redmond. I don't think I didn't get to see her last night either. She was a year ahead of me in school, and probably I played the most ball with outside of organized basketball. She was my early morning running buddy. We would get up early and run the country square around the high school, and never was very good at long distances, so I had to have a buddy to go with me. So she was my motivator for that, and she was pretty much the other female gym rat, if you would say, in my era. So we hit every open gym that they offered. We were in pickup games, whether it be at the school or at the park, wherever. So I just wanted to say thanks for her it's just fun to do stuff with someone and you're not the only girl. And then there's probably some of you here. For all the guys, I'll call them gentlemen now, who let us girls play with them. Because I'm sure they were sick of us being around and probably would like to play without us once in a while. But there were some of them that said, if you're going to play with the guys, then we're going to treat you like the guys. So we took a beating now and then, but that's okay. I really think it made us better. The competition was good, and a reason probably that we play at a higher level. So, Carmen, there she is. So she made a big sacrifice our senior year. She had, at that time, greater priorities, but wanted to be a part. So thank you. Coach Burris, so he says he coached me for 2 years, but I really think it was 3. But his memory or mine, I'm not sure which is better. So, but we struggled for numbers back when I played, just getting enough to have a practice to play 5-on-5. So I can remember, I thought it was my sophomore year, a group of us headed off to his classroom and pretty much begged him to coach us because nobody else. Larry Wattenbarger had just stepped down after Lori's senior season, and rightfully so, nobody would question that. But then it was like, well, who was going to coach us? So we begged, and we begged hard. He had us, I think, both of our junior high years, so we just felt that that was the best fit for us. So lo and behold, he finally said yes. So thank you for that. What else? I tried to name all the coaches I had, and I think there's 8 or 9. Coach Perry came, I believe it was my senior year, so she was a part. Coach Cottle coached us in volleyball. I had Coach Wattenbarger for my freshman year. Some of you might remember Brett Stoker, Brian Miller, Hugel, I can't remember her first name. Kim? Pardon me? Lori Hugel. And I think that might be it. So in 4 years, I think I had 8 or 9 coaches. So it's nice that some of you could make it tonight and share a part of this. So lastly, thank teammates that could make it, old classmates, old friends, family of friends. Extremely honored to be a part of this, and glad all of you could be here to share in it too. So, thank you.
Funny story that Julie didn't share about Mr. Burris was, you'll read it in the program if you read through there. She said that sometimes the highlight of practice was watching him shoot his 3/4 court shots. I thought you'd mention that, but yeah, that's what she said. He always made at least one. You know, prior to contacting Julie, I didn't really know her on a personal level, but I'd always heard about what a fantastic player and athlete she was. I wish I would have had the opportunity to have seen her play. Just hearing the stories, I talked to Mr. Burris and the things that he had to say, and as I've talked to other people, the things that they've had to say about Julie, it's obvious that she not only was a great basketball player, but she's also a great person. So I thank you, Julie, and I congratulate you on your selection to the Hall of Fame.